In France, the homeless problem has reached a very critical level. Despite the government's careful efforts to improve the lives of homeless people nationwide, the problem has not been resolved to date. Homelessness in France reflects a wider housing problem across the country, leaving more than 3.6 million people homeless. In an effort to tackle this problem, the French government has planned housing measures, but to date, more than 140,000 people are affected by homelessness in the country, with 30,000 of them being children. Factors such as poverty, unemployment, rising rents, domestic violence, legal problems, drug abuse, and mental and physical illness are significant causes of the homelessness problem. Homelessness in France is also affected by systematic and social barriers. Poor financial conditions make it difficult for those living below the poverty line to purchase or maintain adequate housing. Factors such as rising property prices, urbanization, and job losses due to industrial restructuring further complicate the situation. Volunteer organizations and social workers play an important role in providing support to homeless people. The French government is also trying to provide permanent housing options and an emergency telephone number, 115, to refer homeless people to emergency beds. Despite this, the homelessness crisis continues, especially in Paris, which has recorded a sharp rise in the number of deaths on the streets. The increase in the number of people dying on France's roads over the past 2 decades is a worrying trend. Factors such as the COVID-19 pandemic and protests against the government have also complicated efforts to address homelessness. Despite efforts to provide temporary shelter, the root of the problem lies in the lack of adequate housing. A recent study shows that of the 37 million homes in France, more than 3 million are empty, more than 10 times the number of homeless people. Despite the various efforts and challenges France faces in tackling homelessness, there is still a lot of work to be done to achieve significant improvements. addressing the problem of homelessness in France, it is important to note that government initiatives and volunteer support are only a first step. A holistic and sustainable approach is needed to address the root causes of problems such as poverty, unemployment, and housing problems. Keep in mind that recognizing the complexity of the homelessness problem is the first step toward an effective solution. With a deeper understanding of its causes and impacts, communities and governments can work together to create positive change and provide new hope for those marginalized. The homelessness crisis is not just a domestic problem, it also reflects broader social inequalities. Therefore, addressing homelessness does not only involve providing shelter, but also needs to combat root causes such as poverty, unemployment, and economic inequality. Thank you for watching this video until the end, and don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel so we can get to know the world with just the touch of a finger. Enjoy your activities and stay healthy, bae.